What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got celebrity and we got some, I wouldn't even say this is advice. This is just somebody that's telling a story. And I'm telling you right now, this is something that a lot of men can learn from. This is something that a lot of men can learn from. And this is something a lot of women can learn from. For the simple fact that women put men in these positions. Yes, women put men in these positions. And I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. I'm going to tell you why as we go on. But this is something that needs to be talked about. Too many times does this happen. Too many times do we see females put themselves in this situation. Too many times do we see men put themselves in a situation and putting their nose in other men's relationships. Hey, and we know what happens. We know what happens. Somebody end up getting hurt or somebody feelings end up getting hurt or both. But before we get into that, man, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe. The lady went on to say, "Hi, Daphne. I had a boyfriend for a whole 9 months. It was my turn to take him on a date, so I decided to take him to a hookah lounge." Before we even get into it, why is that even a date? How is a hookah lounge even a date? How is a hookah lounge even a date? Everybody out here smoking these e-cigarettes and all this bullshit. First of all, it gives you a headache. I don't see how people can sit over here and smoke that hookah shit because it gives you a freaking bad headache. I only did that shit once or twice, and I stopped doing it, bro, because every time I did it, I had a severe headache. And I said, man, I'm like, yo, how can you even get off this shit? But you have people my age freaking sitting over here. That's all they freaking did. Even till this very day, that's all people do is that hookah shit. I just can't get down with it. I don't see how people can get down with it. But she then goes on to say, "We had a great time until we left out. When we walked out of the lounge, my boyfriend went to get the car. As I was waiting, I noticed a black man arguing with his girlfriend. He started to get loud and then he grabbed and started shaking her. I immediately took out my phone and dialed 911. He kept shaking and screaming at her. When my boyfriend pulled around, I told him to help her. This clown looked at me and said, 'Not my problem.' I then yelled to the man that the cops was coming. He then pushed her and got in the car. She actually got in it too, and they started to leave. I then provided the dispatcher the license plate and then drove off. I then told my coward boyfriend to get out of my face." Guys, this is what happens when you say, you know what? Hey, I'm not going to be a coward today.
We're getting a look at new surveillance video showing the moments before a man was shot and killed at a DeKalb County gas station. It happened early yesterday morning at this Chevron on Candler Road. In this video, you can see the victim walk up to the car parked at one of the pumps. Police say he tried to intervene in a fight between a man and woman in that car. Eventually, the man inside the car shoots the victim before driving off.
And he's sitting over here saying, "Okay, but yo, like, what's up, bro? Like, come out here and come fight a real man. Come out here and come fight a real man." Guess what? The brother said he ain't here to fight. The brother said he ain't here to fight. The brother said he don't want that smoke. He said he want to put his hands on women, but hey, when it's time to goddamn get busy with a man, hey, the blicky got to get pulled. This is why people tell you, mind the business that pays you. Y'all heard that saying, mind the business that paid you. This man literally laid his life down for a female he doesn't even know. This man got yoked over a female that's not even his. When situations like that, only one thing is going to happen. One person is in jail and one person is in the dirt. And the female is going out here to go find another man. Y'all also heard the saying, you can't save somebody that don't want to be saved themselves. And this is why I say, man, a lot of my sisters are very hypocritical. They are very hypocritical. This is what I mean by the hypocritical. They'll sit up here and they will tell, anytime a black man jumps into a business of a black woman, they have an opinion. A black man have an opinion. We try to tell these women, hey, man, you know, that ain't good to do. This is not something that you want to do because it's going to mess you up long term. These black women will tell you what? Mind your business. You're gay. Nobody asked you. You're broke. You're this, you're that. But then when they sit up here and get jumped and get hurt by some man is doing something to this black woman, then we will sit up here and have black women say, yo, go protect that black woman. We don't have enough black men protecting black women. Yo, when we have black men protecting black women, y'all don't want to hear it. Black women don't want to hear it because it feels good in the moment. They feel whatever we're telling that woman not to do, that she's doing, it feels good in the moment for her. So she's going to tell you, mind your business. She's going to tell you, nobody said, well, who the fuck asked you? I.e., Cardi B. You mean to tell me you out here messing with Offset? You know the type of man he is. Fast forward. You find out that he cheats. You decide to leave. Right? All the little black women, man, jump to her defense. Oh, yeah, man, you leave that nigga Offset, da-da-da, blah-blah-blah. But then when he comes back, right? Guess what the chick says? When people start to say, yo, hey, sis, you just said you wasn't going to be messing with this nigga. Leave him alone. Guess what she says? Y'all don't know what I've been through with me and him. This and that, this and that. If I can freaking find it, man, a post, but it's like some years ago, man, where she was literally off and on with Offset, and people were telling her, yeah, like, yo, stop messing with him, bro. Like, we all found out that he cheated or whatnot. We tell her to stop messing with it. Then she's like, y'all don't know what y'all talking about, this and that, this and that. That's a chick that wants to stay in that situation. That's the same chick, man, that hopped in the whip with the guy that was whooping up on it, and the dude ended up out there popping one of the guys, popping one of the victims. Black women only want help when they want it, not when it's needed. That's a fact. My sisters only want help when they want it, not when it's needed. When it's needed, at the time that it's needed, they'll sit up here and tell you, well, mind your business. Nobody asked you. You don't know shit. Then when that shit happens, then when something happens, then it's, well, we don't have black men protecting black women. Because once again, a lot of sisters do not want help. Majority of your sisters do not want help. Which is why a lot of my sisters are in the situation that they're in now. That woman is asking for that. That woman is asking for that. Well, why are you saying she's asking for that? So you're sitting up here saying that she's going out her way and say, hey, you know, I want to get built up on. If y'all want to be as stupid, if y'all want to be that dumb to believe some shit like that, then go ahead. Believe that. Believe that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if you are constantly putting yourself in the same position, knowing that it's not benefiting you, then you're asking for that. She continuously, that wasn't the first time the brother put his hands on her. Let's just be real. That wasn't the first time the brother put his hands on her. But yet, she still continued to stay in there. We have so many women, man, that stay in relationships like that and come up with all the excuses. Oh, well, he loves me. Oh, well, I love him. Oh, well, he just had a rough day. Oh, well, this, oh, they will come up with every excuse to continue to stay in that same position and stay with that man. That they don't want to be helped. So generally, when you see a chick getting beat up on, it's because she wants to be in that. She wants to be a part of that. But yet, it's up to a man that don't even know the chick to come in here and try to come save the day. Now, I get it. And I understand why this chick would be upset. Yo, you got a female sitting over here getting beat up on and you not even willing to help. Well, hey, guess what? Y'all saw the video. That's part of the reason why the brother didn't want to help. And like I said, I understand the sister. I understand her. I understand it because if it was my mom, if it was my sister, I would want another man to intervene. Most definitely, I would want another man to intervene. However, there's pros and cons to this shit, man. Yes, hey, you want to be a superhero, you want to be Captain Saver. But then when you go out here and go try to play Captain Save, you ain't Superman, nigga. You catch a hollow, then you on the ground. Then what happens? The sis goes on about her day. That man is in jail. You 6 feet under, and now she about to go, bruh. To be honest with you, in a lot of cases, it's not worth it. Now, of course, man, you talking about a man that's trying to take advantage of a female. Now, that's a different story. I wouldn't even mind laying my life down for that shit. You talking about women that are in relationships like this? These women do not want to be helped. They want to continue to stay in that relationship. And it's not up to you to save that chick, man. It's not up to you to save that chick. She's just going to come up with every excuse. You out here get popped. Listen, he got popped, y'all. That guy got popped, and shorty went straight into that car with that abusive guy and drove off. She went back into that car with that abusive guy and they drove off. What's happening right here, people? The girl sitting over here calling her boyfriend a coward because the guy sitting over here beating up on the girl. But guess what? He got in that car. Guess who followed right behind him? She got in the car and left with the guy, man, that was doing that stuff to her. Once again, she don't want to be saved. She's asking for that. I don't care what nobody says. She's asking for that. This is why men shouldn't jump into other people's relationship. And for the women, man, that want to call their boyfriends and call their men cowards, I understand it. But you also have to understand that a lot of your men are not willing to put themselves in a situation that doesn't benefit them. I'm about to sit up here and go try to save a chick, man, that I don't even know, that is not even doing anything for herself to get out of that relationship. So why would I go out my way to go help her? You're just putting yourself in a bad situation, man. You're putting yourself in a bad situation. For women, man, y'all gotta think about this. Y'all gotta think about this. Because a lot of women put men in situations, man, that f the man up. A lot of women put men in situations that end up costing that man his life. And now she's sitting over here, oh my gosh, I didn't know he was gonna do that to my boyfriend. Oh, 2 months later, you find another guy. And you're gonna try to put him through the same shit. It's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. So then she says, if he couldn't help that girl, I knew he couldn't protect me. So I broke up with him right there, got in my car and left him there. Was I wrong, queen? This is why so many black women die from domestic violence, because men say it's not their fault and it's not their problem. No, black women, a lot of your black women are in this fate, reach that fate because they are choosing to stay in that same relationship. And look, it's not just the sisters, bro, because you see it in these, you know, white communities. You see it a lot in these white communities. These women messing with Trevors and shit. But listen, guys, the same concept goes for every freaking race of woman. If you are dealing with a man that's not that's putting his hands on you, leave the situation. That's the best bet, is to leave the situation. Y'all, once again, when I say, well, you know what, you have women that put men in these situations, you have a man sitting over here not understanding that the chick has been going through the same shit with this guy for 3 years. Not wanting to go out here and go, not just messing life up for her. And then you got another man that's saying, well, you know what, I'm willing to save that. I'm willing to go ahead and try to work on that. You can't. Sadly, she's a done deal. She's a done dollar. And my thing is, man, like I said, these women put themselves in this situation. These women will sit up here, date Pookies, date Ray Rays, date these Trevors from GTA, and then expect to get a high value outcome out of that. You're expecting to get a high value man out of Pookies, Ray Rays, and Trevors. Get yoked up, get slapped on. Now it's, well, you know what, hey. Now we're going to sit over here and shift blame to the man that's sitting over here watching this shit happen, because he's saying, man, it's not my problem, it's not my business. When it's not his business, not his problem. Any other time, y'all want men to mind their business, but then when you talking about a woman getting hurt, even though she's putting herself in that position, now y'all gonna call him a coward because he's saying, man, look, it's just not my, it's not my lane. I ain't finna sit over here and meet God because a woman just don't know when to say, okay, I'm done and I'm about to move on. So you got women like herself who's saying, man, yo, you're a coward. Yo, you're not willing to do anything. Leave him there. So then let's just say if he was obligated to go do something. Let's just say he said, you know, I'm gonna go do something. Then he gets shot. Then what? Then it's, oh, well, damn, you know, I didn't know the guy was gonna shoot him. I didn't know the guy was gonna kill my boyfriend. I didn't know the guy was gonna do that. Now look at you. Now you're about to be single. Now you're single, and now you're gonna have to sit over here and go find another man. Just for the situation to probably come up again. Y'all saw the video, bro. Y'all saw the video. And I know, man. And listen, I know some of y'all niggas. I know some of y'all girlfriends and some of y'all wives probably gonna be looking at this video and still sit up here and say, "Look, I don't care, boy. You better still help that woman out because black women need to be protected at all times, even if they're in the wrong." Yeah, man, look, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy because, like I said, shit, nobody have to go through that. That situation could have been avoided had that woman said, you know what, I'm not going to tolerate this shit no more. I'm going to call the cops. I'm going to get away from this man. But it really could have been avoided had she sat here and said, you know what, I'm not going to deal with a man like this. Because a lot of women start dealing with men that are not even good for the health. You know, and it's hard, and it becomes hard to get rid of that man. Because you decided to date somebody that has issues. Now look at you. Because you decided, because you didn't want to vet, because you sat here and looked at his looks. You was like, man, shit, he probably cute, probably got a little bit of money, whatever. So you know what? Hey, I'm willing to give him a chance. Now, a year into the relationship, after getting slapped up 3 billion times, after doing whatever, now, you know, hey, you know, I need somebody to come pull me out of this situation. Well, hey, sis, get your boyfriend to come help me pull me out of this situation. Your man probably might pass, but, you know, hey, shoot, who gives a damn? Y'all do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.